But now at least one former worker is speaking out about the conditions there. This woman, going by just her first name, Lindsay, told our NBC6 South Florida affiliate that she was hired as a corrections officer at Alligator Alcatraz and saw inhumane treatment of the detainees.
We have some stunning new reporting from inmates in Alligator Alcatraz talking about the abuse they are receiving. That, coupled with the whistleblower of somebody who used to work there saying it was, quote, inhumane. And remember, the people held in Alligator Alcatraz, 72%, according to Human Rights Watch, have zero criminal record. Yet they are being held there in inhumane conditions, being, according to inmates, abused. All of this in violation of the Constitution, which prohibits cruel and unusual punishment. Clearly, this seems to meet the criteria for cruel and unusual punishment. Well, a federal district judge just ordered the stopping, the pause, the halting of any new construction at Alligator Alcatraz. This is in connection with one of the two lawsuits that have been brought against Alligator Alcatraz. One of them has to do with the due process rights of the inmates. The other one had to do with environmental concerns. And it was this environmental litigation that allowed this judge to stop it because, are you surprised when they went ahead, DeSantis built this Alligator Alcatraz in order to please dear Trump, they didn't go through the necessary and required environmental review as required under federal law. So this judge putting a halt for 14 days on any new construction, just the beginning of this environmental litigation, and as we will see, even a due process litigation. But in the midst of all this, we are getting new reporting about what's happening inside.
We had to use the porta-johns. We didn't have hot water half the time. Our bathrooms were backed up. It looked like an oversized dog kennel. Each pod holds 35 to 38 inmates. They have bunk beds in them. They have no sunlight. There's no clock in there. They don't even know what time of the day it is. They shower every other day or every 4 days. The bathrooms are backed up because you got so many people using them. These people are still human. You've pulled them from their livelihood. They're scared. They don't speak our language. And yeah, I was fired. And yeah, I'm pissed off. But more so than ever, they're doing wrong.
According to a phone call recording between an inmate and a family member outside that was then released to the press, the inmate says, quote, they abuse us every day. I can't hold out any longer here. They're going to kill us. This is getting really bad. They are hitting us a lot. Abuse of power, mistreatment, racism, all of that is happening here. And we're not the vicious ones. They are, the security guards. The person fell to the floor. He fainted, I think. He lost consciousness. They didn't know what to do because they don't know how to revive someone. I don't know if that person died. They are taking him away, tearing him to pieces, end quote. He goes on to say, quote, we have no human rights. They are treating us very badly. And with us Cubans, it's even worse, end quote. And he describes being groped by the guards over and over. I mean, this coupled with the person who used to work at the camp there saying it was, quote, inhumane conditions that the people were being held. This was a whistleblower account, somebody who spoke to NBC. So between this inmate's account and the whistleblower's account, clearly the people there seem to be abused, mistreated. The press tried to get, of course, a statement and a quote, and Trump, of course, is not saying anything. None of his cabinet people are saying anything. But we're shedding a light on this here for it to get more attention because the people there deserve justice.
My question is fiscal. With $450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and $600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
let's be clear here. The whole reason why we are even seeing Alligator Alcatraz, the expansion of it, a new construction of the next detainment center, they call it, is for profit. It is for Trump to enrich his friends who want another prison system. Because you don't need to keep a migrant, even one here unlawfully, in this country. Our prison system has its own, of course, corruption with 4 private prison systems. But you can't just do away with prisons, right? We do want there to be a consequence to breaking the law. We do want a time, perhaps somebody's entire life, where they're separated from society. But that's not the case with somebody who even came here illegally. I mean, there's a question really of whether or not the people there are even here illegally. But let's assume the people even here illegally. The recourse to that is to just send them back to their country. There is not a reason to put somebody in a detention center. They are saying it takes too long. The system takes too long. Well, if it takes too long, then you hire more judges. Every single dollar put into Alligator Alcatraz should be instead put into hiring immigration judges, because then the person could have the dignity of getting a decision about their immigration case sooner. And if instead of being allowed to stay here, they have to go back to their country, well, then that is what should happen at the end of them receiving due process. They should not instead be put into some sort of camp and then have inhumane conditions and abuse. There is no reason for these centers. If we were really, really interested in having, this system work, we would be paying for judges and getting the immigration system to process people's immigration documents in a more timely and dignified manner. But the fact that they are putting the money that they just got from that big awful bill into building more detainment centers instead of more judges isn't because they care about the fact of deterrence or anything. It's because they want their friends to make money, and they want to do it at the expense of people and people's lives and humanity.
Estamos viendo aquí un caos, porque no tienen el control. Ellos no saben trabajar con un preso, con un detenido, y supuestamente somos detenidos y no somos detenidos, somos presos. Nos tienen aquí presos y abusando de nosotros.
Ay, Dios
en
mío,
todo
pero
sentido.
¿qué está pasando allá
En la
adentro?
comida, en el baño, en todo nos llevan como presos y nos abusan de nosotros. Los recursos humanos no tenemos aquí derecho a nada. No tenemos derecho a nada. Nos están llevando muy mal a nosotros, seres humanos. No nos sentimos bien. Esto es demasiado. Y con los cubanos peor todavía. Con nosotros los cubanos peor todavía.
Ay, mi amor,
Ay,
yo
Dios
voy
mío,
a
mi
poner
amor.
esto en el noticiero, yo voy a contactar a la periodista, yo le voy a mandar este
Yo
mensaje.
no sé, mi amor, pero esto
no
está
puede
muy malo aquí.
seguir.
Tienen que tener cuidado. Darle un beso a mi madre, dile que todo está tranquilo conmigo, pero aquí estamos cucha.
Ay,
Está muy
mi
malo
amor.
esto, mi amor. Esto se está
Dios
poniendo muy caliente,
mío,
muy
papito,
malo, muy malo.
Dios te
Aquí hay
bendiga,
mucha-
mi amor,
amor,
ora
mi amor.
mucho, papi, yo sé, eso
Mi amor,
está terrible,
mi
yo
amor.
escuché que le están dando CPR a uno,
Mucho.
que
Están
los
dando
golpearon.
están dando golpes,
Ay,
están dando
amor.
golpes, están maltratando al ser humano aquí. Hay mucho maltrato al ser humano. Y ahora esto no es normal, esto es una cosa que se salió de control a ellos también. Hay maltrato de ser humano para ser humano. ¿Entiendes? Maltrato,
Dios
abuso
mío.
de poder, maltrato, racismo. Todo eso se está viviendo aquí adentro, mi amor. Esto es lo más duro que se está viviendo ahora aquí.
Amor,
Nos están tratando
Dios
como la
mío.
más, como las fieras más malas del mundo, y no somos nosotros. Las fieras son ellos, los security, el DOC que está metido aquí adentro. Todos están abusando de poder. Nos están
Ay,
abusando a
papi,
nosotros.
Dios mío,
Nos están
me-
llevando contra el piso, nos están llevando. Nos están haciendo
Wow.
pedazos. Cuando somos hombres libres, que éramos hombres libres, y nos privaron de libertad por un hombre que nos quitó una ley de un tercer país. Por gusto, porque al final nos separaron de nuestra familia. Cuando ya nosotros cumplimos con una causa del pasado. Es una injusticia lo que están haciendo con nosotros.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.